Welcome back to Mini Story English, your daily English listening practice podcast from SpeakCast English. I'm Andrew, your host and storyteller, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you today.
And I'm Ava, your co-host, ready to dive into another great story with you. Andrew, I have a feeling today's story is going to be one of those really eye-opening ones. You've got that look in your eye.
Chuckles. You know me too well, Ava. Today, we're talking about Alex, and let me tell you, he was absolutely dreading this meeting. He walked in, convinced he knew exactly what the teacher was going to say about his daughter, Mia. He had it all mapped out in his head.
Oh, wow. Dread? That's a strong word. Like, a big, bad surprise was coming? My imagination is running wild here. What could possibly be so surprising about a parent-teacher conference? Usually, they're pretty predictable, right?
Exactly. That's what Alex thought too. But then, she said something completely unexpected, something that made Alex question everything he thought he knew about Mia and even about himself as a parent. It wasn't bad, exactly, but it was a total game changer for him.
A game changer? That sounds incredibly relatable. We often go into situations with fixed ideas, don't we? We build up these expectations, and then life throws a curveball. I can't wait to hear how Alex navigated this unexpected turn.
It really shifted his whole perspective, Ava. And I bet, listeners, we'll pick up some really useful English phrases along the way that can help you describe those moments when your own perspective shifts. Let's get into Alex's story.
Yes, let's. I'm on the edge of my seat.
So, Alex had this parent-teacher conference scheduled for his daughter, Mia. She's in elementary school, you know, one of those crucial years.
Oh, a primary school conference. Those can be intense. I remember my parents always seemed a bit nervous before mine. Was Alex feeling that kind of pressure?
Absolutely. Alex was feeling a real knot in his stomach all morning. He woke up with it, and it just tightened with every passing hour. He tried to shake it off, but it was just there.
A knot in his stomach? That means he was super nervous, right? Like, physically feeling anxious?
Spot on, Ava. He was nervous, anxious, a little bit stressed. He'd been worried about Mia's homework habits for a while now, and he just knew this meeting was going to be about that. He'd been mentally preparing for a lecture.
Ah, homework. The eternal struggle for parents and kids. I can just imagine the scenes at home.
Oh, you don't have to imagine, Ava. He kept thinking about the battles they had every single evening. Mia would often get distracted, her mind wandering off to who knows where.
I can picture it perfectly. Staring at the ceiling, playing with a pencil, drawing little doodles in the margins of her math book instead of solving problems.
Precisely. He'd sit there, trying to be patient, but inside he was just counting down the minutes until he could escape the homework zone. He felt like he was constantly nagging her.
That must have been exhausting for both of them.
It was. And he wanted to be on the same page with the teacher, Ms. Shen. He wanted to hear what she had to say, and then he was ready to agree on a plan to fix Mia.
On the same page. That's a good phrase. It means to agree or understand each other, right? Like, having the same information and goals?
Yes, exactly. He wanted to make sure they had a shared understanding of Mia's progress and, more importantly to him, any challenges she was facing. He even had a list of questions written down, ready to tackle the problem.
That's a prepared parent. Good for Alex. What was his biggest concern going in? Was it just the homework, or something deeper?
His biggest concern was that Mia wasn't focusing enough. He worried she was falling behind in some subjects, especially math. He saw her as bright, but just not applying herself.
That's a common fear for parents. You want your child to succeed, and when you see them struggling, it's natural to worry.
He walked into the classroom, and the first thing he noticed was the smell of crayons and construction paper. It brought back memories, but he quickly pushed them aside. This was serious business. Ms. Shen greeted him warmly, a kind smile on her face.
Okay, so a warm welcome. That's a good start, right?
It was. She started by saying, "Mia is such a bright girl, Alex. We really enjoy having her in class."
Always a nice way to start a conversation, isn't it? Softens the blow a little before the but comes.
Nods. Definitely. Alex felt a tiny bit of relief, thinking, okay, maybe it won't be so bad. But then she continued, however, we've noticed she sometimes struggles with getting her homework turned in on time, and sometimes it's incomplete.
But always comes. So, Alex's fears were confirmed. The knot in his stomach probably tightened again, didn't it?
It did. He felt a pang of guilt. A sharp, uncomfortable feeling. He knew he should probably be stricter at home, maybe sit with her longer, supervise more closely. He felt like he was failing.
A pang of guilt. That's a strong feeling, like a sudden, sharp regret or self-reproach. It sounds like he took it very personally.
He did. He was ready to apologize, or maybe make some excuses for Mia, or even for himself. He thought, here we go. I knew this was coming. Now I have to listen to the same things I tell myself every night.
He was bracing himself for the usual lecture, the standard advice.
Right. He was about to say something about Mia being a bit of a dreamer, always lost in her own world, when Ms. Chen held up a drawing.
A drawing? In a parent-teacher conference about homework? That's unusual. My eyebrows are definitely raised right now. What kind of drawing?
It was. Alex was completely taken aback. He blinked, trying to process why she was showing him a piece of art. She said, look at this, Alex. Mia drew this during our science project on the solar system.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Was it just a drawing of planets, or something more? What was special about it?
The drawing was incredibly detailed. It showed all the planets, but from a unique perspective. It wasn't just a flat diagram. It was like looking at the solar system from inside a tiny spaceship, with little comet trails and swirling nebulae. It was vibrant.
So, not just a standard school drawing. It sounds like it had real flair.
Far from it. Ms. Chen smiled, a genuine, warm smile, and said, Mia has an incredible imagination and a real talent for expressing complex ideas visually. She helps other students understand things in a new way, by drawing them out.
Wow. That's a huge compliment. Alex must have been completely floored. He went in expecting to hear about her weaknesses, and instead, he's hearing about this amazing strength.
He was genuinely surprised. He knew Mia liked drawing, of course, but he hadn't connected it to her schoolwork like that. He just saw it as a hobby, sometimes a distraction.
So, her creativity, which he might have seen as a distraction, was actually a strength? A tool for learning?
Exactly. Ms. Chen then explained, the challenge isn't her ability to understand the material. She grasps concepts very quickly. It's often the repetitive nature of homework that she finds difficult to engage with. It doesn't spark her imagination.
That makes so much sense. Some kids just aren't motivated by routine, by doing the same thing over and over. They need something to capture their interest.
Alex suddenly saw Mia in a completely new light. It was like a fog lifting. He realized it wasn't about her being lazy, or not smart enough. It was about her needing a different kind of stimulation, a different way to express her understanding.
It was a real light bulb moment for him, I bet. Like, a complete shift in his understanding of his own daughter.
It absolutely was. He felt a rush of understanding, and a little bit of regret for not seeing it sooner. Ms. Chen then suggested, perhaps we can try to make her homework assignments more creative. For example, instead of just writing answers, she could draw diagrams, create a short presentation, or even build a small model.
That's a brilliant idea. Tailoring the approach to the child's strengths instead of forcing them into a box. I love that Ms. Chen was so insightful.
And she added, and we need to work together to help Mia turn over a new leaf with her organizational skills. It's not about punishing her, but empowering her.
Turn over a new leaf. That means to start fresh, to change for the better, doesn't it? Like, making a conscious decision to improve.
Precisely. Alex realized he couldn't just expect Mia to magically become organized and disciplined. They needed a plan that respected her unique way of thinking, but also gave her structure.
So, what was the plan? Did they come up with something specific right there in the classroom?
They did. Ms. Chen suggested a homework planner, where Mia could tick off tasks, but she also suggested letting Mia decorate it herself, making it her own, a creative project in itself.
Giving her ownership. That's very smart. It makes it less of a chore and more of her personal responsibility.
And Alex, feeling completely energized by this new perspective, agreed to set up a dedicated creation station at home, not just a homework desk. He even started picturing it in his mind, a special corner just for Mia's projects.
A creation station. I love that. It frames it so positively, doesn't it? It sounds like a place of joy and discovery, not just work.
Exactly. He left the conference feeling completely different than when he arrived. The knot in his stomach was gone, replaced by a lightness, a sense of excitement.
He must have felt so relieved, but also a little bit, like he'd learned something profound.
More than relieved, Ava. He felt hopeful. He realized he needed to catch up on understanding his own daughter. He'd been so focused on what he thought was wrong, he'd missed what was truly wonderful.
Catch up on understanding. That's a nice way to put it. Not just about schoolwork, but about her personality, her inner world. He needed to bridge that gap in his knowledge.
Yes. He understood that being a good parent wasn't just about making sure homework got done, or getting good grades. It was about understanding the child's unique way of learning and growing, nurturing their individual strengths.
That's a powerful takeaway. It's about meeting them where they are, celebrating who they are, and then finding ways to help them thrive.
Exactly. He called Mia on the way home, excited to tell her about the creation station and the new planner. He could almost hear her smile through the phone, a genuine, happy sound.
What a transformation from dread to excitement. Alex really had his perspective shifted, and it sounds like it changed his relationship with Mia for the better.
He did. It was a good reminder that sometimes, what looks like a problem is actually a hidden strength, just waiting to be understood and encouraged.
That's a beautiful message, Andrew. And I think we heard some really useful phrases in Alex's story that our listeners can use in their daily English conversations.
Absolutely, Ava. Let's break down 3 of them for everyone.
Perfect. The first phrase I really noticed was, on the same page. Andrew, can you explain that a little more for us?
Of course. To be on the same page means that 2 or more people have the same understanding or are in agreement about something. They share the same information and goals. Like Alex and Ms. Shen wanting to agree on Mia's learning plan.
So, if my friend and I are planning a trip, and we both agree on the dates, the destination, and even what activities we want to do, we are on the same page. We don't have any misunderstandings.
Exactly. You've got it. It's about alignment, making sure everyone is thinking along the same lines. A common mistake people make is to think it's about literally reading the same book. It's an idiom about shared understanding, not shared reading material.
That's a great point. It's not about actual pages in a book. Listeners, let's practice this one. We need to be on the same page about this project.
Slowly, we need to be on the same page about this project.
Naturally, we need to be on the same page about this project.
Great job. That sounded very natural.
The next phrase that really stood out was, turn over a new leaf. Andrew, can you tell us more about that?
Yes, turn over a new leaf means to start fresh, to begin to behave in a better, more responsible way. It's about making a positive change in your habits or character. Like Mia improving her organizational skills with a new approach.
So, if someone has been, let's say, a bit messy, and then they decide to start cleaning their room every day and keeping things tidy, they are turning over a new leaf. They're making a real effort to change.
That's a perfect example. It implies a conscious decision to change for the better, often after a period of less desirable behavior. It's not just a small adjustment, it's a significant shift. People sometimes confuse it with just changing a page in a book. But it's about a new chapter in one's life or behavior.
I see. It's about a fresh start, a real commitment to improvement. Let's practice this one. After that mistake, he decided to turn over a new leaf.
Slowly, after that mistake, he decided to turn over a new leaf.
Naturally, after that mistake, he decided to turn over a new leaf.
Excellent. You really captured the meaning there.
And finally, the phrase, catch up, was used in a really interesting way when Alex realized he needed to catch up on understanding Mia.
Yes, catch up usually means to reach the same level or standard as others, especially after falling behind. Like if you miss a class, you need to catch up on the lessons. But in Alex's case, it meant he needed to gain a better understanding, to bring his knowledge and perception up to speed with Mia's true personality and strengths.
So, if I missed a few classes, I'd need to catch up on the lessons. But it can also mean catching up on news, or catching up with an old friend, which means getting updated on their life and what they've been doing. It's very versatile.
Exactly. It's very versatile. It means to close a gap that has formed, whether it's in knowledge, information, or even physical distance. Sometimes people confuse catch up with keep up. Keep up means to maintain the same pace, while catch up means to close a gap that has already formed.
That's a very helpful distinction. Let's practice this phrase. I need to catch up on my reading this weekend.
Slowly, I need to catch up on my reading this weekend.
Naturally, I need to catch up on my reading this weekend.
Fantastic, everyone. You're doing great with these phrases.
Andrew, what a wonderful story about Alex and Mia. It really shows how important it is to look beyond the surface of a problem and truly understand what's going on.
It does, Ava. Alex learned that understanding the why behind a child's behavior is crucial. It's not always about fixing a problem, but about understanding a unique individual and finding creative solutions.
And that's a lesson for all of us, not just in parenting. It's about empathy, open-mindedness, and finding creative solutions in all areas of life.
Absolutely. So, for our comment challenge today, we want you to use one of the phrases we learned. Tell us, what is something you want to turn over a new leaf with this week? Or what topic do you wish you could get on the same page about with someone?
Yes, share your thoughts in the comments below. We love reading them and seeing how you use these new phrases. And speaking of next time, Andrew, what exciting adventure awaits Alex tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, Alex is going to face a challenge that involves a very important email and a very tight deadline. He'll learn that sometimes, even a small detail can make a huge difference, and that communication is key.
Ooh, sounds like another nail-biter. I can't wait to hear how he handles that.
We hope you enjoyed today's story and learned some useful English phrases. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
And don't forget to leave a comment with your favorite phrase from today. We love hearing from you.
Before we finish, let's do a quick recap of today's main ideas and the most useful phrases. Remember, on the same page, turn over a new leaf, and catch up.
Pick one or two expressions and try them in real life today, even in a very short conversation. That's the best way to make them stick.
Thank you for listening today. We hope this mini story helped you practice real English in a fun and engaging way. You've been listening to SpeakCast English. Thanks for practicing with us, and see you next time on SpeakCast English.